And welcome to the channel. This is another park pontification, and what I'm about to share with you on this particular video is something that might be a little controversial. You might think a little differently about me, but I'm asking you to watch this with an open mind and an open heart, because I think you know that I come from a good place, but it is pretty controversial. And whatever your grievances are, feel free to leave in the comment section down below, and I'm going to read through every single one of them and respond to as many of them as I can. But here's what I'm going to tell you. You would not be okay if I came to your house and decided to brainwash your young child who's whatever, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and started to slowly kill their ambition, slowly kill their drive, kill their dreams by just messaging to them that they're not capable, that they should lower their expectations in life, that they should lower their standards, right? That they're not smart enough, that you know, being wanting to achieve things and being someone who is driven and ambitious is greedy, and we don't want to be greedy in life. Like, you would not be okay with that. You would kick me right out of your house. Otherwise, you'd probably beat the crap out of me, and I wouldn't blame you for it. So then, why is this happening in our schools, elementary schools, high schools, junior highs, in our universities, and in our churches? And I've discovered that elementary schools, junior highs, high schools, so the school system, the university system, and the churches, most religious systems, notice I didn't say faith, but most religious systems, including universities and schools, are brainwashing our kids and killing their drive, killing their ambition, killing their motivation, killing their desires to want to achieve and accomplish and be competitive. And I think there's a ideological reason for that. And I think it's because there is a push towards complacency through compliance, right? Because if we can create compliance in people by way of telling them that, you know, it is greedy to want more, it is selfish to be driven, it is bad or toxic to be competitive, then we begin to get control and compliance over humanity. And when you think about what the school system does, when you think about what the university system does, they are designed, and they were designed way back in the day, to create people who were going to work in factories and cubicles today, and in mines, and in these assembly lines. And they weren't there to be ambitious. They weren't created to be free thinkers. They weren't asked to be dreamers. In fact, it was the job of the school system and universities and even churches to get people to fall in line. Control and compliance is what's needed if you want order. However, over time, as things always happen, the opposition tends to want to use these school systems and universities and churches to begin to brainwash and, well, oppress the generations even more, right? And I'm not saying like it was okay that they were out there trying to kill dreams and kill desires and get control and compliance over kids and put them on assembly lines and factories. I'm not saying that that's okay at all. I'm saying that that's what they were designed for. But I'm saying now big government and the people that want to control humanity have really figured out that they can use the school system, the education system, the people that write the books, people that create the curriculum, people that create degrees in universities, the churches who tell you that if you don't do this, that you will go to hell. If you do that, then you will go to heaven. If you tithe this, if you don't show up, if you don't confess, if you don't give, if you don't walk this way, if you don't talk that way, if you don't, well, how many times can we begin to get control and compliance over people, and before we stop and start asking ourselves, is there a motive here? And what I'm asking you guys is, whenever, if you're a young person and you are going through the school system or a church, or if you're a parent and you have a young child who's going to go through the school system and you take him to church because you have a faith and you love that faith and you believe in that faith, there are some things that you can say, hey, throw this away. That message didn't apply. You are not a bad person. You are not flawed. You are not meant to be average. You are not meant to be mediocre. You are not a loser. You are not a person who is supposed to always feel guilty and shameful and feel a sense of regret. That is the thing that religion pushes on people. There's so much greatness that comes from the Bible. There's so much greatness that comes from faith. However,
hey guys, quick interruption to the show. Let me tell you all about the Trulene Wellness Shot. If you're like me and
and you care about your health, hydration, and building a strong immune system so you can stay active and you can get after it in life, then you want to try the Trulene Wellness Shot. I used to take 11 different supplements in the morning, things like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B12, echinacea, ginger, and a whole bunch more. Now it's all included in the Trulene Wellness Shot. I want to send you a 30-day supply for 50% off. Just go to Trulene.com, use the code word Bedros, my name, to get 50% off. You'll also get free shipping. You get a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, and $1 of every order goes to Shriners Children's Hospital. And when you use the code word Bedros and do the subscribe and save, which is a Trulene Tribe program, every month you'll get a fresh supply of Trulene Wellness Shots for an additional 20% off and free shipping, and $1 of every monthly order will go to Shriners Children's Hospital. So go to Trulene.com, use code word Bedros, and take advantage of this amazing offer. Now back to the show. I've seen religion, all types of religion, by the way, Christianity, Mormonism, Judaism, you name it, all Christianity, Islam, has a sense of oppression and repression built in, and that is to get control and compliance. So if you're there, question them. In other words, be open-minded and say, look, is this useful to me in the school system, in the university system, at church? Is this useful, or is this a way of getting control and compliance and oppression? Can I still be a free thinker? Can I still be ambitious? Can I still be driven? Is it okay for me to make money and tithe more? If it is, then do it. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But when you believe that this is the way to live, when they create so much rules, so much structure, that it almost seems like that if you deviate even a little bit, if you just have a little bit of desire for anything, that you are a guilty, pleasure-seeking, heathenistic, satanic animal, then there might be something wrong with this, my friends. You know what I'm saying? And the school system is no different. Look, there can only be so many millionaires and billionaires out there. And all those millionaires and billionaires, and I'm someone that runs multiple companies, and I realize, and I speak very openly and freely about the fact that I have helped 8 of my former employees become entrepreneurs. There are not a lot of people out there who are willing to help their employees become entrepreneurs and fly the coop. Now, all of my dozens and dozens and dozens of employees who don't want to fly the coop, and they want to work for me in the cubicles and the workstations that we have, awesome, man. I will pay them the best that I can. I will give them the health benefits. I will give them the 401ks, which we do, and I will take the best care of them that I can. But we need workers to help build the companies and the visions and the dreams of the millionaires out there, right? And that is okay. However, if you are out there and you're like, hey, this doesn't seem right. Schools, something about school seems like they're brainwashing me. About university, like they're brainwashing me. They're killing my dreams. They're killing my ambitions. They're telling me I'm always guilty, that there's always something wrong with me. I should always feel shame. Then that is not the place for you to be, my friend. So pick and choose what you take from the schools, from the universities, from the churches, and discard the rest. And if you're willing to do that, you will thrive in life, in all of life. I've had mentors before, by the way, where I was like, you know what? I like these things these mentors say, but I don't agree with those things in terms of, it could be a quality of life, it could be a value system, it could be a character flaw that I deem as a character flaw, but the next person might be like, hey, that's not a character flaw at all. So with that said, just asking you guys to think freely, have an open mind, be critical of everything, and question everything. And if you can do that, you will live a life well lived, and the system will not oppress you. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this particular video. Look forward to seeing you at BK Live, where we are going to help you have the biggest breakthrough in money, meaning, and self-mastery, May 31st at the Grove Theater in beautiful Anaheim, California. Until then, I'll see you later. Love you all. Peace.